Mike Tyson's challenge was brutal. However, young Tyson was an absolute beast in the ring, without limits. He rarely showed a personal aversion towards opponents of him before of the fight, although many adversaries tried to intimidate him and promised to destroy him in the ring. The reality was different. Even when matches ended in street fights outside the ring, after the intensity of the moment, Iron Mike transformed into an attentive athlete who always reached out to help his defeated opponents. But this story is different, because there was a boxer who aroused unparalleled anger and rage in Tyson, and this was Tyred Bridge, an American boxer. This enmity, far from having an end and a common outcome, became a confrontation that left its mark on the career of both boxers. But wait, don't leave yet, because at the end of the video we will reveal the surprising outcome of this story. Get ready to immerse yourself in a story full of emotions, rivalries, and unexpected turns, as we discover what had happened to the brave boxer who challenged Mike Tyson. How will this story end of hate and revenge? Join us on this journey to the world of boxing, and let's find out together. Let's get started. I present to you Tyred Bridge, one of the most promising boxers of the 80s and early 90s. Olympic champion in '84 and also Mike's most hated opponent, Tyson. You want to know why? So, let's delve into the story. The enmity between these two boxers date back to the 80s, when they were both still amateurs. In that, at the time, Tyson was considered a great threat and hope with his height of 196 centimeters. The American fit perfectly into the role of Muhammad Ali modern, just like its legendary predecessor. He was fast, he moved like lightning, and he knew what it was like to be defeated. Meanwhile, Mike was taking his first steps towards the amateur pedestal. Although in terms of dimensions the Brooklyn Thug was not exceptional, the phenomenal strength of him allowed him to overcome opponents taller than him, turning his short stature into an advantage. Believe which is my advantage, since boxers of my weight usually fight opponents who they measure more than 190 centimeters. Therefore, I consider my height to be an advantage. I move more quickly, and it's hard to catch me since I'm closer to the ground, said Mike Tyson. However, despite his success, few believed in the young boxer. When the Team United States National had to choose who would represent the country in the Games 1984 Olympics, the team chose Brit without hesitation, ruining Iron Mike's dreams on the Olympic podium. It was then that Tyson's personal enmity towards Bridge, but the final nail in hatred was nailed by Tyson himself in the same Games Olympics. According to rumors, the story is based on the fact that Tyson visited his team before the competition to wish them luck. It was then that he encountered Bridge, who in response at his future opponent's wish, he simply mocked him by saying, "What are you doing here?" Let's remember that at that time, Mike was a young boy who took those words of Bridge to heart. The offense sank deep into him. He remained deeply rooted in Tyson's heart. Therefore, in the future, she planned to take revenge for that offense she had received. Some time passed and Bridge won a medal Olympic. Then she went to professionalism where she shone brightly. The star of Mike Tyson, who conquered the professional ring with controlled fury, surprised the world with his future champion, destroying his opponents one after another in 1986. Tyson and Mike won the first champion title by defeating Trevor Berbick of Canada, thus becoming the youngest heavyweight champion in history. After that, they would come two more titles. According to the W versions, boxing analysts asked who could stop this knockout machine. It was at that moment that the silhouette of the Old Contempt could not immediately adapt to the Tyson amateur style. It took time for the professional Olympic champion to change his style of fight and adapt it to a more professional one. However, the talented American managed to do it, and he also became a dangerous puncher who everyone feared. It was evident that these two boxers would cross paths at some point, and in November,
heavyweight champion, the one and only mighty Mike Tyson.
His hook. A solid right hand. There's a left uppercut.
The absence of the jab from Ruddock.
Big right by Tyson.
He's got him in trouble.
That wobbled Ruddock a bit.
Ruddock's eyes look like a jackpot that time.
And they continue after the bell. A heavy right by
Ruddock's eyes look jackpot that time.
And they continue after the bell. A heavy right by
In
Tyson.
1987, that happened.
Ruddock
Before the
should be
fight,
smothered.
Tyrell assured everyone that Tyson was not his opponent of him, saying the following: "I faced people like him who have a strong jab and they know how to box. With someone who enters the ring not only to survive, do you think I will have him afraid of a boy his height? Everyone is writing me off, but I don't think like that. Come to our fight. I will surprise the world." For his part, Mike Tyson did not launch any aggressive words, but his look made it clear that he was destined to receive punishment. And so the night of the fight arrived. Both boxers were in fantastic form, and the fans couldn't wait for the bell to ring. The fight started with applause. At the beginning of the match, Bridge looked more dominant, moving easily and connecting his blows, while Mike Tyson failed to do any damage. But everyone has a plan for the fight until they receive the first blow. This is how you can describe the second round of this fight, where Bridge received a strong left hook from Iron Mike, and he began to lose ground little by little. Towards the end of the fourth round, it became clear that Tyrell was not had an escape. Mike was systematically destroying his opponent, enjoying every moment of combat. Midway through the fight, the Olympic champion became a punching bag. Fans wondered when the fight would end, and finally the seventh round arrived, without no chance for Bridge. Usually, after this fight, the opponents they exchange pleasantries with each other. But this time, Iron openly mocked his opponent in front of the public. Probably because of that old offense from 1984, when Tyson broke them and hit constantly in the body and in the abdomen, where he whimpered like a woman. In that, then I knew he was seriously finished. Did you hear Bridge whining? Yeah. The loss to Mike Tyson was devastating for Britt, as she continued on a streak of defeats and finally ended his career. Iron also faced many bad times in the future, but that's another story entirely. And there you have it, friends, the end of this exciting story against Mike Tyson and Tyrell Bridge. It was a fight full of emotions, where Tyson demonstrated his power in the ring, and Britt suffered the consequences. Although hatred and rivalry were at the center of this story, boxing it teaches us that there is always a winner and a loser. Remember, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe to our channel so you don't miss out none of our exciting content. Leave us a like if you liked it, and activate the bell to receive notifications every time we upload a new video. Until next time.